Hi, I'm David Gerard and this is Pivot to AI. Today, let's think about what I might say if I thought things and didn't just make up a chain of random thoughts. You'll have seen headlines about reasoning AI. The AI can think now. Scary. Well, a reasoning AI is actually a large language model, a chatbot, that gives you a list of steps it took to reach a conclusion, or a list of steps it says it took. LLMs do not know what a fact is. They just generate word fragment tokens in sequence. So LLMs are notorious for hallucination, when it just generates a pile of plausible text that's full of errors of fact, but it's in the right shape to look like whatever it is you asked for. Given that, you should be not at all surprised to hear that when you ask a reasoning model to explain its reasoning steps, it just generates something that looks like a list of steps and not anything it actually used. Anthropic is an LLM vendor that has done a paper on this recently. It was founded by AI doom mongers from OpenAI. We talked about the AI doom cultists a couple of weeks ago. Bizarre people. Their ideas are all through the Silicon Valley billionaire set who pay for all this nonsense. Anthropic are extremely into the idea that the default state of AIs is the robot is going to plot against you and kill you. Anthropic was responsible for a pile of papers earlier claiming an LLM was trying to deceive the researchers. And in every case, it turned out the researchers told it to. Even Anthropic couldn't really spin this paper. Of course, the BSing chatbot is going to BS about how it wasn't BSing. Although the Anthropic paper talks about faithfulness instead of, say, accuracy, because they just can't stop anthropomorphizing the chatbot. Other researchers have looked at this, and they found the same behavior, that everything an LLM puts out is confabulated, so when it explains its behavior, the explanation is confabulated too. Because they're confabulation machines, not true or false machines. They don't come up with facts, they come up with plausible text. This should be obvious, but I guess nailing it down is useful. This new study is by Transluce. It's a San Francisco AI safety charity which brags that it analyzes LLMs using other LLMs. Transluce was shocked to find that OpenAI's O3 model, quote, frequently fabricates actions it took to fulfill user requests and elaborately justifies the fabrications when confronted by the user. Whoa, sounds scary. Transluce's piece is useful because it breaks down precise behaviors and how they think O3 got there. I mean, that's fine. Reverse engineering the chatbot. Transluce doesn't have a visible presence of AI doomers. That's nice, but they do insist on describing this behavior not as inaccuracy, but as a lack of truthfulness. Even though an LLM has no concept of true or false, it doesn't even have concepts. Benj Edwards at Ars Technica wrote up the Anthropic paper on this topic. The first version of his story cut and pasted Anthropic's humanized descriptions of the chatbot so egregiously that an editor thoroughly revised the story to reduce overly anthropomorphic language. So I'm actually going to go through this one because it's a good worked example of gullible AI journalism. I used copyscape.com, which lets you do side-by-side web page comparisons. Here are my 3 favorite changes. First example, old version. They sometimes hide their actual methods while fabricating elaborate explanations instead. New version. The work they show can sometimes be misleading or disconnected from the actual processes used to reach the answer. Second example, old version. OpenAI's O1 and O3 series SR models deliberately obscure the inaccuracy of their thought processes. Oh, sounds scary. So this study does not apply to them. New version. The SR models were excluded from this study. And the third example, Edwards went so over the top, the editor had to insert a whole new paragraph about how it's important to note that AI models don't have intention or desires. Let's hope ours does better going forward. Thank you for tuning in to Pivot to AI. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And, this is very important, tell all your friends about this episode. If you want to sponsor my work here, there's a Patreon link in the show notes, and we also sell t-shirts. I'm wearing the black long sleeve with the small text design. If you buy a shirt or a mug or whatever, please let me know what it's like for quality, because I like to keep track of this stuff. And if you have a photo that you're okay with me showing the world, please do send it in. So thank you all. Don't let the LLMs bite, and bye for now.